Happy Friday, everybody. It's chamber check-in time. And today we're checking in with Sonitrol Pacific. But before we get to hear more about their company and meet Matt, I wanted to thank our chamber check-in sponsor, Delta Dental. You know, Delta Dental offers individual and family plans that help save money, keep people healthy, and help keep us active. When families have dental insurance, they're almost twice as likely to visit the dentist and receive the preventative dental care they need to stay healthy. Now I get to show a fun, quick video. Here we go.
Even though it's different lately, your same smile still beams and laughs at the same things. So remember to keep it active, healthy, well-fed, on track, and connected to the right care and treatment. A message from Delta Dental of Idaho.
Thank you, Delta Dental. And now let's check in with Mr. Matt Payne, the newly appointed Boise manager of Sonitrol Pacific. Hi, Matt.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm excited to be here. How are you?
I'm awesome. This is a great opportunity to learn from our chamber members, their history of their businesses and kind of their programs and services they offer the community. But better, and my favorite thing is to learn about the people that we're having conversations with. So with that, you know, I always do a little research on our members' websites before we do these conversations. And I saw from your website that you were recently announced the new branch manager for the Boise market. And with that required an entire family move to the region. How did all that go? And how was landing in a new community?
Yeah, that's right. So we had the opportunity to move over in November. My wife, our formerly puppy, and myself. And yeah, it was first professional move. So it was a little crazy. It was and first out of state move since I was a kid. So it was definitely a process, but I mean, we love it here. Coming from Washington, I'm used to 8 months of rain. So seeing the sun has been a pretty pleasant surprise. And just being able to take in the community, we were so attracted to wanting to move to Idaho because I had never met anybody from Idaho who didn't say the best things about it. So when we had the opportunity, we really wanted to join the community, and the people here are great. There's so much, you know, coming out of 2020, there's so much exciting stuff happening, the growth that's happening in Ada County and beyond. We're really grateful to be here, and it's been a fun first few months.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate having you here in our community and offering the services. So with that, let's dive into Sonitrol's history. Tell us about how they got their start, and then we'll dive into a little bit about the programs and services.
Yeah. So Sonitrol Pacific started just about 43 years ago now, coming up this summer. We're very proud of this. We're locally owned and operated in the Northwest. We have the same owner since day one, still very much present in guiding our future. You know, a little bit about the background of the company and the product. We were actually created by a former police officer who invented the product because he was beyond frustrated of what was available in the commercial alarm space. He was responding to so many false alarms, or he was getting to a business well after the fact the break-in had occurred and people were already gone. He thought there must be a better way to do it, and he invented the product that could help. For our owner, he was the entrepreneurial spirit it defined. When they started, it was him, his wife, and one operator. So he would go out, meet with people during the day, install the system, and then come in at night to monitor the systems. So, you know, just we're very proud of those roots and have been, you know, grateful to have grown over these last 43 years.
So how many states are you guys in?
Yeah, so we are in Idaho, Oregon, and Washington.
So just the 3 states. And what's your client base? Like, how many customers do you guys have?
So we have about 6,500 clients between the 3 states.
What? Wow.
Yeah, and so, for in terms of client base we're focused largely commercially. Our products for the alarm is tailored commercially, as well as, the access control card readers, cameras, fire monitoring, panic buttons. So we do residential for our existing customers, and then main meeting focus is in that commercial space.
Okay. I come from kind of a rural community where we left our doors unlocked and I left my keys in the pickup in case anybody needed to move it, right? The times have changed though, right, Matt?
They definitely have, and I think in a lot of the craziness of last year, I think that really put an emphasis on security for a lot of people, of understanding what options are gonna correctly protect you, as well as we've seen a big increase in business and a big consulting aspect on employee safety. So different scenarios, and these are things that people never want to prepare for, but are very important. If there ever is a potential threat to the business or an employee, what is the quickest and safest way you can lock a facility down and get help on the way? So times are evolving quickly, and we're definitely available to talk through people on what best practices are.
Okay. Hey, I also read that Sonitrol is and you mentioned this, the locally owned, but the largest locally owned security business, which has been nationally recognized and award-winning company. Tell us more about those national recognitions and some of those awards.
Yeah, on the national scale, it is rare in the alarm space specifically. I would say it's rare to have local ownership now, and so for us, that's a huge sense of pride of being still in our roots and having the opportunity to grow with our customers over these years. And then we're finding constantly we win. I mean, our business is focused on service. We're not the install a system and walk away style company. We really focus on the long-term partnership and want to be that one source as long as companies are around. So our service model really stands out in the industry. The technology is really designed to be the one that helps prevent loss of, if the break-in happens, can you get the police out quickly? Can you detect it early? And can you help make the arrest? And so our service models and technology really just stand out above and beyond in this industry.
Well, and additionally to the Sonitrol's recognition, I saw that you were in one of the top 10 nationally recognized folks in your industry. Tell us a little bit, toot your own horn a little bit, Matt.
This is probably the part I'm worst at, but some of the opportunity that created was what got me the move here today, which again, very grateful for. But I was able to finish. We do have national categories and competitions we compete in. In my second year, I was able to finish the number 4 overall ranked salesperson amongst. I think the competition is probably between 150 to 200 people.
Wow.
And then last year finished number 7. I'll put the slide a little bit that I moved towards the end of it. But have been really proud, and we have a lot of team members who are constantly competing in that category. One of our long-term Boise technicians just won a Excellence Award in 2020 for his work and is going to be celebrated here shortly. So we're a competitive team, and we enjoy being on the top of those categories.
I love it. Right behind you on your wall, you have some employee recognition plaques, and that tells me a lot about the culture of your company and how you like to go to business. It's about our team, right? It's about how well we can encourage others to elevate, their clients' experience. And looks like you're doing it already, even by just promoting within your own team. So good job with that, Matt.
Thank you. Yeah, we're always happy to celebrate a team member.
Okay, so we talked about the commercial piece and the why don't you tell us a little bit more about some of the industries you serve? Like, do you guys serve more education or healthcare based industries? Tell us a little bit more about that secret sauce.
Yeah, I always laugh a bit because I feel like my answer is always a little bit vague. But we really are not industry specific at all. To give an example, you and I were talking before the show of we have the pleasure of working with Brian at Mobility Plus that's going to be opening soon in Boise, and to give them a plug, I would recommend anybody check them out when they're open. They're going to be doing great things. So we have systems designed that are for smaller retail spaces for restaurants. And then in the same week, we'll be working on, a 60,000 square foot manufacturing facility. So we are in every industry, and we offer products that meet, it's not just the after hour side. We also do a lot of, as mentioned earlier, employee safety and facility security aspects. So we work with a lot of 24/7 facilities as well. We provide solutions for job sites. As a lot of people can see, copper wire theft and parts theft is pretty common on job sites. So we have some specific systems that are designed for that application. It would be a first for me if I found an application where we didn't have a product that could be tailored to it.
You mentioned that job site copper issue. I was
Mhm.
talking to a friend at their kid's birthday party the other day, and he's in the construction industry, and he actually found that somebody had come up. They just built a fence, a nice cedar fence or whatever lumber it was, and that somebody came by and had unscrewed the lumber that was on the fence and took it. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Well, maybe for a different conversation, we have some interesting videos of arrests that we've helped make of, one of somebody trying to climb a high-rise crane. So there's, for a different conversation, I'll bring some clips with me.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. People will go to any lengths, right?
Hmm.
Hey, is there anything else that you'd like to educate the community on that we really kind of haven't mentioned that you wanted to mention before we part?
Yeah, I would say just as a general is that, we're always open to having the conversation. Security is something that is evolving very quickly in terms of what technology is out there, what practices people are taking, and what the most effective route to protect yourself after hours, as well as protect your staff as well. So I would say always the best route is to check with an expert. It is our job to understand PD protocols. This wasn't specific to Boise, but I can give an example. In Twin Falls, as a part of their COVID response, they updated their alarm protocols that required what's called verification, which is either a staff member has to be on site if an alarm goes off, or they have to have a video stream to be able to, when you talk to the police, to tell them that, hey, we have a legitimate break-in on site. It's not just the alarm going off. And that movement is not uncommon in what's happening in a lot of cities. So kind of as the general overview, I would say I would definitely always encourage people to reach out. It is our job to study this information. And if nothing else, we're always happy to have the conversation to make sure people are informed on what's going on and, are going to make it a good investment in security.
Well, I think that I'm so glad that you added that piece to it, because there's many times where, I'll come in late at work and the alarm will go off and it's more of a hassle. But we're so glad, it's obviously you have a lot of secure pieces of information. I can't even imagine the HIPAA laws and with the healthcare industries and how secure they need to keep their information. Speaking to that, what about cybersecurity? Do you guys offer anything in that realm?
Not at this time. No, we're not in the cybersecurity space yet, but we do partner with a lot of great network companies who are more in that line. So, if it's something we can't take care of, we always have someone we're happy to introduce.
Awesome. Okay. Well, Matt, hey, thanks again for your time. You also serve on our ambassador committee here with the chamber. So thank you for that investment of time. And we sure love having the credibility that you bring to our organization and help our chamber members with their first year of membership. So thanks again for your investment in the community, Matt, and for taking the time with me today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Paul.
You bet. Hey, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week, I'm sure.